Okay, I'm not sure how long this video is going to end up being, but it does require some explanation for people who don't know Redstone, which includes me. Okay, so this all boils down to the newest snapshot, 23W46A. I think what I want to do is show you the reactions to the snapshot first. This is 23W46A. I'm going to click on it and then show you what they've said. I did show a snippet of it in the previous video, if you caught that. Here we go. Massive Mojang L. Here is a very precise explanation. So all eyes are on tonight's snapshot, which I will be showcasing live as usual on twitch.tv/PhoenixSC Live. Also, very big glow-in-the-dark Firefly plush coming out tomorrow in time for Christmas. Yes, I'm very excited about this. It does, in fact, glow in the dark like a firefly. Launches tomorrow. Redstone changes are bad. Please revert them. I mean, okay, so very, very harsh reaction there. So it's all to do with this snapshot, which I will go through in a lot of depth in a moment. I'm not going to do that right now. So the two blocks in question right now are the crafter and the copper bulb. But for the usual player, you might be a little bit confused as to why people are mad about this. As usual, the trial chambers are very close. They spawn rather frequently. Okay, so let's go down here. So as we know, the widely known purpose of the copper bulbs is to shed light. If you remove the oxidation from the block itself, it creates a light source. It is actually a very useful survival mechanism. You don't need to bring torches into this area, so there is a lot of usefulness to them. And that's the one thing that everyone knows about copper bulbs. However, the utility of copper bulbs spans way further than that, and the technical Minecraft community uses them in a very different way. So, copper bulbs can be toggled. Oh, I'll go into that in a second. It's less important. Quiet. Copper bulbs can be toggled with redstone. So if I use a button and place it against the copper bulb and turn it on, the copper bulb turns on. And then if I press it again, it turns off. Now, I believe Mumbo Jumbo calls this the cop flop.
That's the T flip-flop done. There's none smaller than this. It's literally a single block T flip-flop. And I hereby name it the cop flop. Copper flopper.
Because it's a copper T flip-flop.
If you want to be really fancy and use the full name, it's the copper flopper.
So turn it on, turn it off. And it's just a comparator, so very handy. More so than this, the copper bulbs can be used as a binary counter. So what I'll do is turn all of these on right now. So what's happening is these copper bulbs are just triggering these lamps to turn off because of the inverters behind it. So then, if I trigger it once, this one turns off, which turns on the lamp. This one turns off, turns on the lamp. This one turns back on. Then I can trigger both of them turn off, and these two turn back on. That becomes 3. And then once I trigger this, both of these turn on, this one finally turns off, this becomes 4. Trigger this turns on, this turns off, so it becomes 2 plus 4, so it's 6, and then 7, and then 8. If I trigger this enough, it's gonna power the last one right now, so it becomes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. It's a very compact way to store memory. Just another side of copper bulbs you might not even be aware of. Essentially, what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is that this survival facet of Minecraft is only one element of it, and if this is all you really care about with copper bulbs, then this next portion won't really apply to you. But it certainly applies to all of us. Why is it a circle? Wait, it looks so weird. What happened? What'd you do to it? Please laugh. I guess you could say the copper bulb wasn't a bright idea. LMFAO, let's upvote this so PP Man can see it. Who is PP Man? I'm still on the older snapshot, 23W45A, and what I'm gonna do now is demonstrate to you one contraption, I mean 2 contraptions, because I cloned it across with a different mechanic. But this is a very basic sand wave, completely compacted, and I'm just gonna power this once. And you can see just how smooth all of these pistons are running from left to right, or powered by copper bulbs and observers and pistons, but the copper bulbs are the main source of power here. The reason being, these copper bulbs are triggering observer blocks. This sand wave runs on 1 tick of delay across every single block, so you will never get this smooth movement from pistons without copper bulbs, because copper bulbs have a 1 tick delay. If you know Redstone, Redstone runs on 2 tick delays, or even ticks. Minecraft runs on 20 game ticks per second, Redstone is 10. So this is 2 ticks, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So this is 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 tick delays, which had once made it impossible to run something like this, which has 1 tick delays in between each pulse. Here's another example here with redstone lamps. And just look how smooth it runs. Beautiful. And this is all using the copper bulbs changing its block state per single game tick, or half a redstone tick. And another example is using them with note blocks. Now, note blocks mostly use redstone repeaters to carry the delay and also the redstone signal across the entire musical piece. Now, copper bulbs allow only 1 game tick delays, which is a lot faster than the 2 game tick delays. Now, this is just a very brief musical piece that I arranged using note blocks. Hopefully a lot of you guys will recognize what it is as I play it. Now that is Chopin's Nocturne. Yes, it is scaled down by 1 semitone because of the limitations of note blocks in the game. Can't really do much about that. And as you can see, I've used the copper bulbs to create the trill, because now with 1 game tick, you can easily do that. In fact, if I break this, it should update again. So this is a single game tick. You can't really do that with redstone repeaters because they are too slow. And now they've changed it all. Before I show you the changelog, let me run through the crafter change. This will spit out 9 iron ingots every game tick. It is insane. 23W46A. This snapshot brings about a few redstone focused changes. We're tweaking the tick behavior of the crafter and copper bulb. With these changes, we aim to make the crafter more consistent with other blocks that drop or reject items, and the copper bulb with other blocks that react or change state with a connected redstone signal. And of course, this is going to break every contraption that you've tried to make. We're really excited. It's like everything here is very optimistic, but there's not a single optimistic reaction to this. So the copper bulb functionality is the same, except the 1 tick delay is now gone. This is what sucks about this. The changes don't list what the changes are. They're only talking about the texture change for the crafter, not the changes that we actually care about. I don't know why they did that. I'm gonna go over the command scoreboard stuff on stream. I'm not gonna do that right now. Completely separate topic. These changes aren't exactly foreign to us. In 1.5, which was released in 2013, 10 years ago, we had a very similar change. Redstone comparators changed from 1 tick delay to 2. There is a bug report. Crafter block has a 1 game tick cooldown. Mojang priority important. So this is talking about the new change in the latest snapshot, and the resolution is works as intended. So look at all of these. All resolved. The chances that these changes are going to be removed are very low. Let me show you what's happening now. Okay, here's snapshot 23W46A. We'll go back into the test world that we're on. Before we go into that, let's go into the crafter. Let's put our iron blocks and let's power it to see exactly how slow it is now compared to the last snapshot. It's slow. It would have been done by now. So no, it is now a lot slower. If there was a dispenser instead, it's mimicking the same drop speed. So now it is practically impossible to create redstone mechanisms running on odd game ticks because of this change. Let's see what this entire thing looks like now in the newer snapshot. See how much faster it is? So it is significantly faster now, but because the delay is now gone, the pistons are firing in duos, which means it's faster, but it's no longer as smooth. Mojang, forever sacrificing flexibility for consistency, thereby breaking so many previous contraptions. I am so used to this now, but I don't think it has to be this way. Now the plot kind of thickens here. This is a Crafty Masterman. He's a very good YouTuber. KingBDogs quote tweeted this, and then Matteo asked, "One question, the 1 tick delay was intentional ? Then KingBDogs says, yes. Now we all love KingBDogs here, but he doesn't speak on behalf of everyone. It's strange he said yes here and then it's just reverted. So yes, if you have anything to say about all of this, leave a comment. There's a good chance some of you don't really care about this because I'm not a redstone channel. At its core, I'm more of a command channel and a weird channel. But there is a lot to say about consistency and how it's ruining innovation. And so copper bulbs have added a lot to the game. They can add a lot more, but some of the hype has been lost. All eyes are on tonight's snapshot. We'll see how it all reacts to the Ferrari from this. Let me know what you think.